All right, now that we're back online, um, who remembers what we did last session well enough to recap it for the stream with a little previously on Dungeons and Dragons?
Previously on Dungeons and Dragons, nobody listened to me. And now we're fighting things that we probably shouldn't be fighting.
That sounds
Why is
right.
I've lost my camera and I don't know how to get it back, guys. So
You can try the reconnect button, or you can reload the web page.
No, I did something. I made it mad.
I believe you.
I will fix that in a second. Okay, but seriously, we as a group inappropriately touched a man to find out where the silver barge was. We were heading south on the river. Amon found out that there are illegal necromancers on this river called the House of the Midnight Sun. And then we saw something shiny on the bank and we chased the shiny thing into the temple and ooh, it's a bunch of silver flames, our best friends. And here we are fighting silver flames and Oni is slowly dying and no one gives a flying fuck.
And I ran off, or am in the process of running off by myself to fight the guy that we burned mostly to death when we were
mostly
in the desert.
So I have the turn order tracker up, but I don't see turns on it. Do you guys still see your old rolls?
It was my turn.
I know that it's Oni's turn, but it doesn't help me if there's nobody else on the turn tracker.
Yeah, I don't have.
See
I don't see a turn order.
I don't see a turn order.
One moment, please. Initiatives. Here we go. Amon had 6.18. Draco had 5.1. I had 6.14. Hoppy had 20.14. Renan had 21.18.
That don't read them to me while I'm still trying to add characters to the turn order.
Oh, sorry.
In a second, though, that information will be very, very helpful to me.
Okay, and you had 3 bad guys that you rolled for. You had the War Priest, the Cult Fanatic, and Oni. The other Oni.
Can you give me? Can you see the turn orders?
Yeah.
Without numbers, can you start with Renan going down?
Yep, 21.18. 20.14. You don't have pictures. I'm guessing the silver serpent face guy is the Oni. Is that right?
No. Oh yes, the guy in the cloak.
Number 3 under Happy. Yeah. Okay. Is 10.11. Mine is 6.14. Draco is 5.1. Amon is 6.18.
Loud because I don't know why my old headphones aren't working.
Well, we're happy to have you back. Okay.
Now I can't.
I don't know if that's the War Priest or the Cult Fanatic, but you've got 2 different.
Cult Fanatic.
Cult Fanatic is 22.14.
There we go.
Hey, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Glad we got that worked out. All right, and then did we kill the Cult Fanatic?
Oh. There. Okay. Now I'm playing D&D, so please leave me be.
I am going to very quickly exit out of Roll20 and come right back.
Okay.
Sounds good. Oni, it is your turn. This is where we left off in the midst of things. You were chasing down Captain Butthole.
Yep, and I'm going to continue to do so.
All right, your plan is to follow him through the archway into the next chamber, leaving your friends to fend for themselves here.
And see if there is anything that I can do to slow his departure.
Copy. For you, the world has changed, I imagine.
Mhm.
That is what you see.
I don't see my character.
How about now?
How about now?
Yeah, now I
How
do.
about
As you breach through the archway behind you, you see that this section of the temple, the walls have cracked and most of it's been flooded with, drift sand over the years. The small retinue of guards have organized themselves in a horseshoe shape to protect their captain, Ajax. But what's most interesting to your eye is that at the end of the temple, near the makeshift pyramidal altar, is a large silver flame, a glowing, white hot, too bright to look at flame, almost 10 feet tall. It rhythmically makes sort of like a humming sound that oscillates between like super high pitched audible sound and like that inaudible sound that just sort of gives you the tinnitus and makes your ears ring. But it seems to be communing with Ajax, who's praying before it. What would you like to do with your turn?
Well, I do not want to get into melee with that many creatures by myself, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to get all the way to me. So I'm going to compel duel this guy.
What is the range on compelled duel?
Oh, damn it, it's 30 feet. You turd. Okay, so to get 30 feet from him. Ew. Have to be right up in it.
I made a kill box?
You're such a jerk. Okay. Well, and if I double move through them, I will get, they'll get attacks of opportunity, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like, the sand on the other sides of the stone walkway is difficult terrain, but I believe one of your racial features would allow you to ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to try to, like, go wide around them, there's the possibility that it would take you longer, but you wouldn't provoke attacks of opportunity.
That's 30. And I wouldn't be able to cast Compelled Duel.
That's
That,
correct.
right?
You'd have only a bonus action remaining at that point.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move over here, and then I can Compel Duel him after this. That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I am going to cast Blade Ward in case those guys come over and attack me.
Oh, you know they're going to.
Oh, you know it.
Back on the main map, we've got Draco's turn. Does anybody want to pilot Draco, or should I just roll for him?
Oh, I will. He's in chat. He's watching the stream, so
Excellent.
he can talk to me if I'm making mistakes.
He had just recently summoned that fire elemental, so he's also got that action to take.
Okay, can you take me back to the other scene?
Oh, right. I can. Hey.
Sorry if that's going to mess you up. Okay, so I also have to have his not wildfire guy, the other fire elemental, right? I don't have access to that character sheet.
If you hold shift and double click. Oh, I gotta put him in your journal really quick. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fault. Well, not my fault, but I am the only one who can fix it. There. Now you should be able to shift double click and open up a character sheet.
Got him. Okay. The fire elemental gets to go first. Maybe?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Oh, he's going to do bad touch.
Unfortunately, his target is so lithe and graceful, despite her full plate armor, that the broad swing of his bad touch misses her.
Oh, a 14 doesn't hit.
A 14 does not. And why is it a 14?
He doesn't get the +1.
Did Alea give him a stone?
No, but he's Draco's creation and Draco has it. Okay.
No dice, lady.
And then
I think that's really good girl math.
There's a lot of girl math that happens in this house.
Okay, and then Draco says that he should be on soon. It popped on and off for a quick minute. The power did. All right, and then he has to use his bonus action to concentrate on the fire elemental, right? So he can't cast another spell.
I don't think so, actually. I know that it's a concentration. Oh no. I could look this up. I hate to bog things down with a rules question, but I don't think it's actually
Rules.
concentration.
Because I think he might Scorching Ray. That's the one he gets to do 3 times, right?
Oh, it is concentration up to 1 hour. It doesn't require an action to do that though.
Okay, so I can still
Um,
Scorching Ray.
In combat, the creature shares your initiative order, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands.
I was supposed to do that.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
That order of things doesn't bother me, but like it doesn't cost him his action to cause the creature to do anything.
Well, let's Scorching Ray then. Oh, I'm
Pew, pew.
Scorching Raying the Oni. 13 doesn't hit.
This lady.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're clear on nomenclature.
27 hits. Yeah.
27 hits, 12 misses.
Okay, so 9 damage. And does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Damn it. Okay, well, 9 damage.
9 damage.
And he's gonna come down here, scoot a little bit closer.
Yes, he likes to be closer to the deadly things. All right, we're at the top of the order. I believe this is round 3 of our combat. Our cult fanatics will use their last. Yeah. Oh no, not their last. Second to last level 1 spell for inflict wounds to bad touch Hoppy twice and Renan once.
No bad touching.
Starting
Calm down.
with Renan. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah. Fuck.
You take 13 points of necrotic damage. They touch you and invoke the power of the silver flame and
Uncanny dodge, bitch! Uncanny dodge!
Yeah!
Ah!
Reducing it to 6 points of necrotic damage. You wriggle out of that grip so fast, but you still have like a slight sort of burn on your hand, like where their fingers wrapped around your wrist.
Ow!
Owie, guys.
She's not a complainer. She'd just be like, "What the fuck? Don't touch me. I hate you."
Just
Hoppy,
glare at
that
them.
looks like it's gonna be a miss. Are you reckless right now?
I am.
So, 14 still misses.
Nice.
And the second one will go this way with advantage turned on. A 14 also misses. So they try to bad touch you to no avail. And
Can't touch this.
They're bad at bad touches.
they are bad at bad touches. Renan, it's your turn.
Yes. Renan is going to stab Red. And then, please hit, please hit. I do not have advantage.
If you're not going to move, you can.
Well, okay, here's my, okay. Because I want a booming blade.
Mhm.
Does that count as my action?
Your action is casting that spell. As part of that action, you get to make an attack.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, or does that just move
Yes.
further? Okay.
Did I do that backwards then? Because I thought I had to hit with my attack before I cast my spell. So I think
no.
I just...
You're good.
I cast my spell on my short sword.
Bink.
And go bah! It's a cantrip. I'm going to use it all day, bitch. All day.
Booming blade,
and
go brrr.
And it's purple.
And it's purple.
Purple
All right,
flames.
the 18 does hit. I see 7 points of piercing damage. And then the booming blade only triggers if he moves. Is that correct?
Oh. For some reason, I thought the first time it hit, and then if he moves from then on during this round, he takes an additional. But maybe I read that wrong. Apparently, I cannot D&D this week.
It's really okay. But if
Yes.
he willingly moves, he takes a d8 of thunder damage. So you get to do your normal weapon damage, which you've done, and then the punishment is if he tries to move away from you, he takes extra damage as you boom him.
Well, then I don't boom him yet, but I want to. But my blade's on fire. I feel so cool.
Purple fire.
Purple.
Anything else? No, that's just
No.
your turn.
That's my turn.
Happy.
I'm going to smack this guy with all the buttons pressed except for Great Weapon Mastery. I do this. Great sword. 17 hit.
It does.
Okay.
That
and
seems low
then-
damage. Did you roll poorly? Oh no,
I
average.
don't know.
Oh no,
I-
great weapon. No,
oh.
great weapon. That's what the problem is.
Yeah. No Great Weapon Mastery.
Attack number
because
2.
yeah. Yeah.
Critical hit.
Yep. And that means that I get to use my bonus action to hit this guy. Oh, should roll on the table first.
Damn it, apparently I missed 5 damage due to the elemental at the start of his turn.
Oh, he's pissed.
Mark, you recognize patterns in the opponent's fighting technique. You gain a +2 to your AC against that target and advantage on saving throws from effects originating from that target. I'll give you that effect against Zara instead, and you have a bonus action attack that you can take. 20 beats her armor class.
21.
So she takes 13 points.
And the only thing left is to move, and I'm not going to. So I'm done.
Ooh, I don't know if I have a thing for this.
Well, then you can't do it.
That seems very fair. You don't have a spell effect. You get nothing. Sorry, I'm just taking a minute to read this. She prays for a moment and then summons a large spectral being about 8 feet tall, clad in what appears to be like just pure pristine platinum armor. Its eyes are just white pools of energy. It doesn't take any action, but it just kind of stands there protecting her. You can watch as it heals her. And any creature that moves into a space within 10 feet of her for the first time must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 20 radiant damage.
Where is the being that
Which one is casting this? Yeah.
Zara, the green,
Green.
one.
Okay.
And I'm going to find a circle representation for that.
I need to know where it's going to be placed to see whether or not the fire creature does stuff.
Oh, he can do stuff, Kenny?
Yeah. Yeah, he can.
Do you have a thing for that?
It says,
'Cause I have a thing.
it says, hold on.
This is getting very personal today, friends.
The first time it enters a creature's space on a turn. No. Oh, just a bright shiny light. It's not actually going to be in melee with us. Because if it touches the elemental, then it takes 5 1d10 fire damage. If it has hit points.
No, it's just the visualization of a spell effect.
Okay.
All right. So that anything in that white aura will take 20 points of radiant damage at the start of their turn or the first time they move into that aura.
Okay.
It is Amon's turn.
All right. I should have Hunter's Mark cast already. I'm just going to keep on my assault,
Are you
Not
shooting
or at
at
least
the
try
knife or at
to.
Zara?
Zara.
Unfortunately, 12 misses.
Yeah. I figured it was going to miss whoever that was because that was a terrible roll.
The 29, however, does hit.
Thank God. Oh, so good.
Total of 11 points. It does unfortunately trigger a concentration check, which she succeeds at. But we always got to try to lose concentration spells. Oni, it's your turn. Let's go back to the other map.
I'm going to move closer and compel Duel to try to interrupt its chanting.
Okay. Yeah. What do I make for compelled duel? Is it wisdom or charisma saving throw? I don't remember.
Wisdom saving throw. What does it have to beat? Well, 23 I'm sure beats it.
I am sure it does as well. I'm also sure that your magic card probably says what the target number is.
It doesn't. Spell save DC?
I apologize. Let me correct the magic item. Anyway, your thing fails to compel a duel with him. Do you want to force the issue by closing to melee? Or are you happy sort of hanging here, insulting his manhood and trying to get him to move away
I'm
from the
going to
flame?
hang here and keep yelling. I'm going to cast Blade Warp cantrip again. And then I will bust his head open next round.
The last line of your magic item says, lastly, the Blade of the Challenger allows the wielder to 3 times prolong rest, create an effect identical to compel duel, wisdom save DC of 15.
I expected it to be on my actual, spells tab.
Well, you don't have, if you haven't filled out the spell section of your character sheet, then that won't be populated.
Okay, moving on.
From there, you compel. On 0, you get...
Hey, Zach.
Hey,
Yeah.
good, you made it, you made it. You'll remember
Yay.
that you need to do things on the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, hopefully.
The cultists try their best to surround Oni despite the deep sand being a huge burden to their
Do I get
movement.
attacks of opportunity for the ones that moved in?
No. But I mean, no harm in asking questions, I guess. 2 scimitar attacks. Ooh, the 19 and the 21. Are those both hits?
Those are both hits. For 6
Total
damage.
of 6 points of slashing
I
damage.
will take it.
Damn.
They are not impressive, but they are
Scratch.
determined.
And now I have the best number of hit points.
They're very tenacious. Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
The caster continues. Ajax continues to commune with the silver flame, and small ribbons of white energy sort of just start lashing out, sort of like solar prominences from the silver flame into his body, and he is being visually empowered by them. We'll move back for Draco's turn. Oni, you're going back to this page. Oh, I guess you don't need to, because you don't have to drive Draco anymore.
Well, but I'd still like to see what's
It's
going on.
Draco's here.
Draco, what would you like to do?
Hi. Well, start of my turn. 5 damage to our little person right there. because they were still on fire.
No, it's not 5 damage. It's 5 1d10, right?
It's
Uh,
probably a D10, the average of which is 5.
Right.
Oh, weird.
The parenthetical notation is showing you the average of dice
I see.
from the monster manual. So DMs who want to just take the average can.
So did you want to go ahead and do average, or do you want me to roll a 1d10? Your call.
Up to you. For most of the monsters, I usually just run average damage unless it's exciting to roll. But you can get a 1 or you can get a 10.
True, but I would rather just keep the average. I would do 5.
That's a great choice.
Yes, I think so.
Also, it starts within the radiance effect from my guardian, so it takes 20 radiant damage, which is nice because we don't really care about fire elemental's hit points, and it soaked one of the charges of 20 radiant damage.
Ooh.
So he's sort of like a bomb disposal agent.
Thanks, fire
Yeah.
guy.
Sucking that up. So I should probably reduce that on him, huh? Is it 20?
20.
There you go. Boop. So with that, I shall get my character sheet up. Oh, they changed the little icons. That's weird.
Zach, you've had 36 minutes to get ready.
No, clearly I didn't. All right, sorry guys. Screech and Holt here. Now I will cast. Where is it at? I make it easy. Scorching Ray at this guy right here. It's a little closer.
Okay.
There we go. Once I get it pulled up. 1, 2, 3. What did I do 4? My bad.
With the +1 bonus from the Alea's effect, you have 21, 12, and 16, all 3 of which are hits.
Whew.
I see 19 fire damage.
Yes.
Does Draco not get to add a d8 to a fire spell?
I don't have
Is
my
that
other.
only 'cause Fire guy's
That's
not out.
only little
Okay.
one.
Fire guy's
Yeah.
not out at the moment.
I couldn't remember if it was contingent or if it was just
No, it's just with the fire dude. Yeah, that would have been a good one, huh? Kicking myself for not having him out right now, but it's okay because I
wasn't
got
sure if you could
nice.
have both, so I didn't try to summon him.
Yeah, I don't know if I can or not either.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well,
Fire guy, your class feature from Wild Shape is not a concentration ability, so
okay, cool. Good to know. Next round, who knows? So now, Elemental is going to go for Bad Touch.
Some of us like the bad touch.
May you roll better than I did. I did not touch well.
Meg, I can't imagine that your touch wouldn't be just marvelous, okay? John's face. that was a great reaction.
Here's my. There you go, Bad Touch.
wow, same
First-
12 that was rolled last time, I think. 12 is not successful.
That's
Damn.
okay. Still got 5 damage earlier, so
Mhm.
we're good.
That's not nothing.
And that'd be it.
Cult Fanatic's turn. I no
Come
longer
on.
have bad touch charges, so what can I do?
Nothing.
It says here, cast nothing.
Fireball.
Cast nothing.
I will attempt to stab you with my dagger, which is going to amount to nothing.
And we all end up in the never-ending story.
No advantage, but an 8, I imagine,
Nice.
misses you quite a bit.
As long
I'm
as
just-
there's no sorrow swamps.
Oh. Atreyu! No, it's Artax,
No,
huh?
Artax.
Artax. God, that's the worst scene from any movie.
So good though. It still hits
yeah,
you in
that
the feels
misses hard.
this many years.
And I am going to stab.
Finish him.
Mm-hmm.
I say, nice try. Stab.
Having seen the other 2 fanatics recently die, looking at Zara and seeing that she's not faring favorably, and him only being an initiate, he drops his cloak on the ground and says, "Fuck this! The Silver Flame's not worth dying for!" and tries to run away from you.
Oh no, because then he takes an additional
Booming blade.
booming blade, which I already rolled and I don't remember the number.
I think it's a D8.
But I already rolled it. Do you want me to roll it again?
Oh no, if you can find the number, that's fine.
She got a 6.
I got a 6.
Oh,
Thank
is that
you,
because you
Mark.
can see that's exactly how many hit points he has left? That's crafty. I like it.
We can't
We
see
can't
the number. We just see a
yeah.
bar.
Oh,
You
But I
he goes to
scrolled
exactly
up.
dead.
Yep, it is.
I don't
Perfectly zero.
wait. Can I not dead him though? I don't want to dead him. I just
He
Well, you
turns
could
and you just sort of
stabilize
like
him, I guess.
you make like the butt of your knife gesture, and the booming blade just goes off at the back of his head. His eyes roll over white, and he just collapses on the ground unconscious.
yeah, I just want him unconscious. That's great.
Happy, it's your turn. We have only Zara and whatever fresh new hell waits for you in the other room with Oni. What would you like to do?
I will. Do I take damage at the beginning of the turn because of the?
Oh yeah, good, very thing. Yeah, I'm terrible. Even when it helps me, I cannot remember this shit.
Way to go, Marco.
Okay.
I appreciate everybody's honesty. You can make a dexterity save for half, but failure is 20 radiant.
Dexterity. That shouldn't have been with advantage. So, oh no, I do get advantage because of danger sense.
Mhm. Yep.
So,
So you take
half-
only 10 points of
half.
radiant damage.
Okay.
And then Angry Minotaur go burr.
Yeah.
That's a hit for 14.
1 for 12.
No, 12. I can't do math.
Total 26.
You have brought her low, but she's still technically alive. She's sort of like having a hard time breathing through the collapses in her breastplate that are constricting her lungs.
Let me just see if there's any way I can do one more attack. I did not move. I could push it away from me. She needs a concentration.
Yes. Open
Possibly.
sheet, please. Open sheet, please. 19 maintains the Guardian. And I guess it is my turn.
And you die.
And I die, taking no action.
You cast
doing
death on yourself.
This is
that guy's 5 damage. Take her low.
Takes her to 7. I believe she's just going to immolate. She says a prayer to the Silver Flame and asks for special consideration in the next world as she dies a servant. And you can look in horror as the armor that she's wearing begins to liquefy and melt. You can smell the smell of burning flesh and fat hair until all that's left is this glowing white hot silvered skeleton, which then combusts. I will give both of you advantage on the dexterity saving throw for half damage because you saw that coming. So Renan and Hoppy make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. Oh no, the 15 is the number. Hoppy's in trouble.
No, 15 is what he got with the +1.
Oh, good. Good looking out.
Nice.
Renan, no problem. Renan takes no damage. Using one of the corpses of the dead acolytes as a shield, she hides behind it in a silhouette, taking 0 damage. Hoppy, let me roll damage for you. Come on now.
Does Fire Guy need to roll?
If you want to, yes. 32, 16 points of damage to Hoppy,
Ugh. Hoppy.
and 32 points to the Fire Elemental.
Okay, it was worth a try.
They generally don't make saves, but
Okay.
you never know. And she's dead.
Yay.
Does she turn into a silver skeleton?
She does. It's now slightly charred, and it's got sort of like, carbonized mineralization all over it from the explosion, but
Did the other bodies turn into silver skeletons?
no, these were like recent acolytes. They had not like become fully formed members of the cult yet.
Okay.
Did not
they
drink the
leave behind
Kool-Aid.
like juicy, meaty skeletons.
I'm gonna turn to Draco and say, "Hey, bud, can you tie up this guy, and then let's go to Oni, and turn and run and join my sister."
Yeah, I'll run towards it as well.
You're gonna want some hit points. When you get here.
All right. It is Amon's turn. Where the Oni token is on this map is the transition point to the next map. So if you want to make your way there, that's how you do it.
We're doing turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oni's still in combat in
there
the
it
other
is.
room.
Okay.
I was just saying what my intention was, so everybody understood.
Make haste.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to double move just to get across the room, but
That's a
I
great
do want to
choice.
move. So I'm just gonna use my turn to get across the room, and outside to the next, outside where Oni is.
Oni, I'm gonna move everybody's token now, and we'll swap back and forth for turns.
Okay.
Oni, it is your turn.
Oh, there's lots of silver bitches in there.
I'm moving this way so as not to get too close. I already mapped it out, and then coming into melee with this guy.
Have you
I've
accounted for
lost.
the 2 attacks of opportunity?
Oh yeah, I can't really do anything to get out of those.
Okay. Then I shall take them gleefully.
I lost our turn order on the
Nope.
turn tracker.
Nope.
That will happen because the turn order, for some reason, only sees the page it was initially rolled on for
Oh,
you.
got
I
it.
see them.
Okay.
As long as you guys are comfortable trusting me, I'll tell you who's up next.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, I can try to
That's a-
recreate
That
it.
you can't like
That's a
copy it.
We can
big
trust
ask.
you.
Yeah, like I can like screen grab it and throw it in Discord, but that's about it.
No, it's all good. We trust you.
All right. After Oni, it will be Draco, and then Renan, and then Hoppy, and then me. So Oni, you take 2 attacks of opportunity, sort of dodging, getting out of the way, and you close with Ajax,
Mm-hmm.
making your first attack. It is successful. You roll 14 points of damage. He doesn't seem to care. Like you slash through his arm and chest. His arm was raised more in like a gesture of prayer than it was a defensive mechanism. The silver chunks where his previously severed, now replaced arm is all silver, so you chunk into that metal part, and the rest of your sword glides through his upper chest area. Good clean hit. You can see muscle tissue through the sinew of his armor and robes, but he doesn't react at all in pain.
Do I feel anything different being in proximity to this glowing thing?
You feel a warmth from the flame itself, and that the the high tone is something that you can feel now in your eardrum.
Okay.
It's almost putting you off balance.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take my other 2 attacks. 17 hit.
17 hits.
Is he actually taking damage? We don't see health bars.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the other thing that changes. So like with the new setup, they don't copy preferences from page to page. So when I moved him from the other page to this page, it goes back to default token settings rather than what I had preferred.
So annoying.
Yeah, it's like a little thing, but when you're dealing with 20 tokens, it's a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
Hey, critical hit.
Yeah, roll it. Roll it. 77. I like it.
Roll that
Nice.
beautiful bean footage. 77, you said. That's got to be a good.
My hope is to grapple him and push him away from this light. So it'd be awesome if that's what my critical does, and if not, I'm gonna action surge with the plan to do that. Unless I can, yeah, I think so.
I'll give you that. What you rolled was the ability to use your dodge action after the attack, which would give everything against you disadvantage. But if you'd rather forfeit that for an attempt to shove him, I'm fine making that change.
I would, yeah, because I'd like to,
Okay.
I'd ideally like to get him, you know, over here, out of that warming light, just in case that's gonna bolster him somehow.
Okay, I will let you push him here. Does that seem reasonable? You can put him 5 feet any direction, but I feel like any other direction doesn't really get him away from the flame.
Sure.
Mhm.
When I do that, can I pivot? Can I basically like grab him and put me in between him and the light?
Did you have movement left from your turn when you moved from the skeletons?
No, probably not.
Then I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Actually, it's a critical hit. Why not? To make it critical. Yeah, why
Yeah.
It's like a fancy
You're so
pivot.
pretty, Meg.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you sort of just grab him and throw him over your shoulder and spin him around.
Mhm.
All right, little Brazilian jiu-jitsu action. All right,
Yes, please. Yes,
that
please.
concludes Oni's turn.
Yes.
It's Draco's turn with Renan on deck.
Okay. I'm
Renan,
tying up the
Renan.
little guy. Do do do. And my
Thank
little fire
you.
dude is running. My fire dude there has got the speed of 50, so he can probably get here a little quicker.
Good. I have him like zoom right into the middle of all those guys and start doing 5 damage to him.
Give me just 1 second to move to Tings. You'll start there with Amon, but you have 40 extra squares. You have 40 speed left. Be wherever you
Okay.
want to be with the fire elemental.
Ooh, wow. Let's see. Let's rock this party then. Here we go. Roar.
Nice.
And then he will bad touch homeboy here.
Okay.
Come on, pull up. There we go.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Nice.
he's got 2 touch attacks. He's got 2 hands, so he has 2 touch attacks. There you go.
Nice.
That kills both of them. We'll say these two, since they're the only two in melee.
Ooh.
They both draw their sabers, turning to this massive fire creature. Like they mutter some kind of chant about "My faith is a shield, and I shall not fear you." Looking up as this giant fire elemental just smash, smash, crushes them both into the sand, instantly dead.
Do they turn into silver skeletons?
Indeed, they do. Especially once he removes his burning fist, like there's just this sort of charred corpse, and the skeleton burns its way through.
Then he just
Two
roars.
partially buried silver skeletons.
Yeah, he roars even louder to try to scare the other ones away. Yeah, King Kong style. There you go. Exactly.
It is Renan's turn, and Hoppy's on deck. So if we look at where Renan's position is, Renan, you will make it to the door with 10 speed left, and I'll give the same deal to Hoppy. I'm going to move you both now.
I get 40 movement. Is that going to make a difference?
You can have 20 feet of movement. Renan, your turn. You've got 10 speed left. Hoppy will have 20 on his turn. Any action, or are you done?
Oh, I didn't know I was muted. You're welcome. I was talking the whole time.
That's why it was so peaceful for a moment.
I'm going to Scorching Ray this fucker. Maybe. That probably doesn't hit. Excuse you.
Oh, the two fire guys that you said I killed, they're still alive according to
Oh
our screens.
no!
Oh no!
I know. I tried. Okay, well, same as Meg. That's got to be good luck. I don't.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Which one are you shooting?
The big guy.
That. Yeah.
The big guy. I have to check because that's close. It matches, so it does
Sweet.
hit. So he takes 9 points of fire damage.
Well, but it's after my critical fail, so maybe
Oh,
read
fair
that
point.
first. Yeah.
Let's wait and see. 77. And it's a spell critical fail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, sir, it is. Sure the fuck is. So she's cute, but she's stupid.
He gets turned into a
Does that
goat.
mean?
Your spell misfires and dazes you, causing you to lose track of the fight. You end your turn and move to the bottom of the initiative order at the start of the next round.
So I just lost a whole turn. Cool.
Yep, you got skipped.
Fuck. Well, I tried something cool and nothing happened. But I made fire.
Just want to be like your big bro, big little
Mhm.
bro. That's right.
I bet Draco's
Happy.
got some thoughts about this.
It's your turn. You've got 20.
I've got 20, and I've got 2 javelinas. You know what? No, I have Knuckles of Knocking. I'm gonna go big or go home.
It's one of my favorite sayings.
Oh yeah. That was all 3.
Yes.
Against who?
Big guy.
One of the minions, you said?
No, big guy. And
33.
I used all 3 things, so I should get 2 more rolls of damage. And does that? Well, you figure out what that is.
Oh, you figure it out. He's giving you commands now. Damn. Some
No, I
fucking
don't know if
some
it's-
fucking power moves, Mark. Get it.
I guess it's spell. I wasn't
Right, so
sure.
no rage bonus. Rage is only with strength-based weapons, but yeah, still a formidable strike. You can see, is pretty badly wounded. He begins calling to the Silver Flame for aid, and it is his turn. The Silver Flame
You
responds.
didn't roll the.
You didn't roll the crit. Say what the crit did
Yeah.
Oh,
at
that's fair.
53.
Spell critical hit table.
He's dead. That's what's gonna happen.
This opposite day, he suddenly gets revitalized. And
You're on our side.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna crowdsource how to make this one better. Guys, help me out. The sight of your magic fills the target's heart with fear. The target is frightened by you until you stop casting magic. Since that is the length and breadth of Mark's ability to cast magic, that's it's kind of already done. What do you think about like some kind of intimidation effect, Mark, where you'll have advantage against him without reckless, and he has disadvantage to attack you?
There you go.
That's fine.
He can't
That
be
seems
feared as part of his class feature, so we can't have him flee. So
Okay.
I'm open to suggestions. If there's something else you'd rather see done.
I was hoping to knock him over. That was like, I was hoping he'd have to use his turn to get up, or he wouldn't be able to get
Just
up.
straight
and
up
move to
stunned.
the
Could
right.
he do a my stars? Like
Yeah, I'm fine
bitch.
with that. The knuckles of knocking have
Wow.
literally bowled him over, knocking him on the flat of his ass. He just got judo
No,
flipped by Oni right into knuckles of knocking. Pow!
The
He's
question
seeing
I
little
have
Tweety
is,
birds.
do I only get the one critical or extra critical damage, or do I get 3 of those? Because
Just one. Just one. Jeez.
Damn, we're getting all crazy today.
well, I just wanted the big number. Damn it.
I think
I
you
know.
did.
And you got it.
All right. Pleading to the Silver Flame for help, he prays. The Silver Flame swells in intensity and in heat and responds, issuing forth a cleansing cone of fire. This is what he's been building towards since Oni first interrupted his sanctum. I'm going to create a visual aid so we can see who's in it and who's not. This is Cone of Cold, but the dimensionalities are the same.
So it's gonna kill his guys too.
I can't.
He's part of the Fae, so probably not.
Yeah, so that's just. Where does the scatter end?
Where does it end?
It's supposed to be a 60-foot cone, but I feel like this marker. Oh no, it's right. It's right. It's just its leg is 60 feet.
So it's just right in front of Mark.
Yep. So it's only going to affect Oni, the Elemental, and the Silvered Skeletons.
Damn,
None
that's a
of these
big cone.
movements are 60 feet.
Each leg and the length across its backside, like the length of that should be. Oh no, it's
Yeah, it's
not.
too big.
But the legs should be, like the two vertices.
They also are.
I got
not.
45.
Oh, well, then let me reframe this then. It came out of the book that way, but the two legs should be 60.
That's bigger than the map.
It is bigger than the map.
So you still got a little ways to go. And it needs to be basically the front edge needs to be going right in front of Hoppy. Yeah, right there.
That's fun. It's
That's-
enormous.
That's huge.
Thanks.
That's what she said.
No.
I'm Wall of
You're cool.
Stealing, so I will take 15 damage. Or do I have to do a Constitution save first?
It is a Constitution save first, and we'll see who's taking what. So Elemental and Oni make con saves for me.
Nice.
Okay, I got a 23.
Whoa, it says that the DC save is 0, so that's pretty easy to beat. It is 13, so you beat it. You take 17 points of damage, which your Wall of Steel completely consumes. The Elemental takes 17 points. The Ajax is healed for 17 points. And the remaining acolytes have their flesh entirely burned away, leaving upright, animated silver skeletons.
Wow.
I don't like that.
Oh, I have to apparently erase your drawings. Sorry. I don't have to. I get to.
Oh, John, quick news. Just got word. Sean Houston there, he just got engaged.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Young Sean, yeah.
Awesome.
What's the guy's name?
Right? His girlfriend Emily, they've been together forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
That's very exciting. I guess that means he still has a job.
Yeah. That's why.
Amon, sorry for the bog down there. We've got animated silvered skeletons
Well, they're
A
animated.
mostly dead Ajax. Oh yeah, they're alive and moving. They
Mhm.
pick up their weapons from the ground, having no flesh, no muscle, no sinew, just alivened, silvered skeletons.
All right.
So we got to melt them down even more. All right.
I'm gonna move over here just a bit and move my hunter's mark with my bonus action to Ajax.
Okay.
Use my longbow because it's what I got.
That hits
21?
for 9 points of piercing damage. Plus Hunter's Mark, I imagine.
Yep. 6. Nice.
15.
Oni, it's your turn. Draco, you're on deck.
Oh, sorry. I have one more
Oh,
shot.
sorry.
Oh,
Do you, though?
that's not gonna hit though.
14.
Spoke too soon, buddy boy.
I still had to try.
Always try.
All right, here we
That's
go.
a 14. Doesn't that match?
Nope. His armor
16
class is
for that
16.
guy. Mhm. We
Oh,
found that
sorry.
out on Renan's turn.
Nice.
An 18 will hit. Oh no!
Let me mark off the 11 points before you die. I mean, before whatever the critical says.
69.
All
Nice.
right.
Oh no!
No, that can't be a bad one.
He's
Uh,
laughed. This is not going to go well for me.
The weapon slips from your hand as you attack. Make
Where's
a
the silver?
dexterity saving throw. On a failure, you throw your weapon into the enemy's space.
Oh no.
Pocket sand. Okay,
If you're-
hold on. I have something. I thought I had something that gave me bonuses on.
I've tied it to my wrist with a safety strap.
The Wii U.
16.
You know.
That actually saves your butt. That's the number we were looking for. You fumble a little bit. And it's like, ha! We're good. We're good.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. 17 hit.
It was your offhand.
You cut yourself with your own God Touch weapon.
Yep.
That hits.
And she's double downing on dying. Awesome. Just-
Cool. 2 hits and a miss. Grievously wounded. You're hacking this poor guy to bits. It is Draco's turn with Renan on deck. Draco, you are still on the other map, but your fire elemental is here.
Okay. He will go. We'll go, and bad touch
Too
Uh,
powerful.
that guy and that guy.
Okay.
Keep pulling it up. Here we go. A 1 and a 2.
You just literally stomp them into the sand like driving piles. Dead or buried, they are no longer a matter to concern within this fight. Does Draco want to move? I think you actually skipped moving last turn.
Oh, he was so far away he wouldn't have made it in last time anyway. But he should be able to make it inside now.
Yeah, we'll put you here at the bottom of the map.
And then yeah, he'll cast a Fire Dude. And bring Fire Dude, he can go 15 feet. Oh yeah, he'll just cast Fire Dude. Just show him up in here.
Fire guy.
He'll go right there. There you go, that works.
I don't know why every time I drag him from the journal, he's like 20% too big. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have to resize him.
I mean, technically he should be even smaller, right? Because he's a little guy. He's a mini-me. There you go. Hey, guys.
He's so cute and tiny.
And since he's here,
Now that is probably what she said.
Oh.
oh. So with him out, he will go with that nice little comment. He'll flame seed this guy.
It's so cute and tiny. Ugh.
That's right. With 9 points of damage.
Against which one?
The closest one to him.
He is Nomar. You hit him, and the bones just sort of blast apart and fall all over the sand. They're not. They're resilient, but they're not difficult to take apart.
Apparently not.
Well, he said they don't have sinew. There's nothing really holding the skeleton together.
True.
Renan's turn. Hoppy on deck.
For, fire guys, they really don't like fire.
Excuse me. Thank you. God, that took so long.
That's what she said.
That's probably what he said, because she has no problem getting the job done.
My jaw hurts.
I almost spit my LaCroix out. Dear God. Okay. 9 points of damage. That's my turn.
Who are you attacking?
I pointed. This one.
I'm sorry, I missed it. He is discorporated. Basically, you're creating bone debris.
Good.
Creating like a recycler's nightmare.
Detritus.
Detritus indeed. Hoppy, and then the bad guy, and then Amon. But it's Hoppy's turn now.
Hoppy, finish him.
Press all the buttons. Actually, I don't need to. I'm not going to do Great Weapon Mastery.
Both hits, and damage showing is enough to reduce Ajax to 0 hit points. Hoppy, how do you kill him?
Finish him.
Do I use both hits or just one?
One is all you would need to kill him, unless you are
Okay.
like a corpse stomper.
Well,
We do not want him to
And
animate again.
another thing.
I mean, Hoppy is kind of
Raging.
yeah, the raging. He's going to kind of going back to his roots. He's stomping and raring, and he's gonna put his shoulder into it and just bull rush him with his sword out. So he's just gonna and lift him up like on a pitchfork.
Nice. And now jumping jacks. Ow, 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 ow.
And then he throws it at the other two skeletons.
Ajax is dead again.
Again.
After killing him, his last gasp is sort of like to reach for the silver flame, and Hoppy just kind of crushes his body as he's reaching out for it. His last words are "my lady," and then he's dead. I would like Oni and Hoppy, the only two close enough, to give me a perception roll. Good eyes and ears on Hoppy.
Actually, I don't know if it should have had.
Advantage.
Hold on.
8 is far less impressive.
A 17 isn't bad.
It's not a 21.
Wow. Wow.
It's also not an 8.
Or it'd be a 9 technically. All right, we'll run it off of a 17. The silver flame, the energy, the entity that's here in this room, just kind of swirls like a vortex, and then poof, just vanishes, sort of spreading out a wave of fire and light as it goes away. Briefly, for a moment, Oni, you can see through it almost like a window. In the flames, you see something beyond it. You see a woman in a silvered mask, in a beautiful silver gown, with silvered armbands that have silvered lengths of chain that connect the band at her wrist to each one of her fingers with delicate silvered
Dear God,
lattice
stop
work
saying
chains.
silver.
Very, very silvered.
No.
Argentum, then. It's very argent.
I like silver more.
Oh God.
The There's a sliver of silver. Anyway, images of this woman. From your perspective, it seems almost like she's somehow manipulating this flame. And as it discorporates, you think you hear Mistress Jaela. The figure turns for a moment as the fire discorporates to look at someone. You can't shake the fact that, like, for a minute you think you looked at maybe the person who was conjuring this flame through some kind of window.
Can I step into the flame?
No, this is all happening far too quickly.
Okay.
Once the silver flame dissipates and disappears, the remaining silver skeletons just collapse lifeless on the ground.
I'm going to
Mistress
dismember this
Jaela.
guy's body. We are going to break it apart into tiny pieces and scatter them on our travels.
Kind of dark.
I'm not fighting him again.
Yeah, we've already fought him at least once.
We know he's a bad guy, and we do not want him to resurrect.
Is he
Again.
still meat?
His body is burning away slowly. The heat from his silver skeleton is sort of like turning his flesh and meat to ash.
I was just gonna offer or take some of it for Andy, but that's okay.
But then, ew, gross.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the woman in the silver flame said Mistress Jaela.
Someone in the room with the lady, who's all silvered out, said the words Mistress Jaela.
And then she looked. Yes.
The presumption being she is Mistress Jaela.
Is there anything else in these ruins before we head back out toward the ship?
This area, no, is basically exposed to daylight. The top third of the roof has been just worn away, and sand is just poured in here. This room contains nothing of interest. There were 2 side passages in the other room, 2 antechambers that you didn't explore in the previous map. We can go back there.
Yep. I'd like to check them out. And then let's get back to the ship.
I go to the left.
Oh, look at you just teleporting through walls. That's pretty handy skill.
Hey.
Shut up.
It looked like there
We're
was a path
awesome.
here. No?
No? Oh, did I make a mistake? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Where you are, Oni, presently, there's a path forward that is just, you can tell through the cracks in the wall, kind of switches back around to the room that you fought, or well, you didn't fight, where they fought Zala. However, behind you, there's a very narrow passageway that leads to a bigger room.
Okay. I'm going to holler to the group that I found a passageway that I'm going to go investigate.
Can anybody heal me?
Yeah,
Draco
probably.
can.
If he wants to.
I can use a potion, but
Or a healing
Yeah.
potion.
so
Working out of turn, Oni's doing her thing. Amon and Renan, I'll give you guys an action if Draco's going to heal Hoppy. You guys can both take a sort of out of combat action, and then we'll narrate what Oni's doing.
I'll go with Oni.
Okay.
I found which
I
spell to
wanna go
use
with
on you.
Ew.
I want to go with her too, but I need more.
Oh,
than
you gotta be healed. You gotta be healed, or you go with her. Which way I do? I can heal you.
Well, you guys are checking out that other side too. We don't know what's on the other side.
Renan, where would you like to be?
I thought you said there wasn't anything over here.
Oh.
I'm actually gonna just start making my way out. I'm gonna start making my way out of here towards our ship.
What are you
They
gonna
don't need
do
me.
with your guy that you wanted to save? Are you gonna take him to the ship with us, or?
Yes, he's
Okay.
coming with us. So I'm gonna go check on him. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Still unconscious, haphazardly bound by some rope. Draco did bind him as you asked, but it is half-assed. You may want to look into that.
Seems
Ah.
right.
Ha!
Listen, there's nothing half-assed about this lady, so let's just go. I'll take all my ass and handle it.
All right, Oni and Amon, you guys shimmy through the cracks into this small antechamber. There are several rounded mounds of like freshly compacted earth that looks like something was buried here in the sands. You can see probably like the little mounds here and here.
I'm gonna start moving dirt around one to see what's in it.
You find a slick, rubbery egg sac, approximately the size of a baseball.
Thanks, I hate it.
Don't touch it. Is it silver?
Amon, do you
Does
know
it
It
have
what
is
this
not.
slivers of silver?
Amon,
Silk. Yes, slivers of silver silk. Yes.
you immediately recognize the danger that Oni's in, and you see this before she does, but a large rattle drake emerges coiling from the sands. Obviously the mother of this leathery bound egg that Oni's now holding, and it's poised to strike.
Oh, fuck. You just gotta go touching shit, don't you?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's how I ended
Uh,
up with this whole thing that's going on.
Yeah, we'll start
Mhm,
with
mhm.
Amon's turn. Amon, you see it coiling, getting ready to strike Oni in the back. What would you like to do?
I want to jump in between her and the snake
Okay.
and
I
look
still
at
think I
it in
should
the
have
eyes,
held off from healing people.
hold its attention. I've handled these creatures for a long time in the desert, and I just want to keep its attention. And once I get its attention, I'm going to tell Oni to put the egg back.
All right, I need you to make a handle animal check.
Is that animal handling? There you go.
Sucks.
Wow.
That is unfortunate.
Do you have an inspiration token?
I do have an inspiration token, and I will use it because
because rolling a 2 sucks. Oh my god! Should have bought the
It didn't get better.
that is
God.
unfortunate.
So
That is unfortunate.
I actually have 2 inspiration tokens because of my joke.
Burn them.
So I
For a
will
penny,
go
that's
down
almost
to
nothing.
zero inspiration left after this, but I will just pray to the gods.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Nice. Oh boy. All right. After a
And
couple
you
of
needed a
like,
19.
really tense seconds, you do interpose yourself. It begins, to coil to strike, and you mimic its movements, bobbing your head as it bobs its head. As it moves forward, you move back, and then you move forward, forcing it to move back, sort of like a rhythmic dance that it only takes 5 or 6 seconds, but it feels like an eternity for everybody in that small antechamber. Once it's eventually smooth, you're able to gently caress the small frilled portion of the back of its spine, and it kind of just relaxes and just gently coils back into a neat nest. As Oni puts the egg down, she slithers around it, protectively building a sort of a coil, a protective barrier with her own body around it, and just sort of is content to stay there protecting her egg as long as you don't harm it or her. She seems content to just, get scritches from her new best friend and be left alone.
Yeah, I'm going to bow to her as we back out of the room.
Hmm.
I was gonna get another animal for my menagerie.
Mm-mm.
Draco,
Not that
where
one.
you are, there is a very destructive pathway, sort of to the south this way, where I'm pinging. And then north, where you are, there's a similarly sized, slender, narrow passageway into an ovular room.
Let's see. Gotta go inside the rooms, small rooms. That's where the treasure is.
Hmm.
Draco, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Here we go. Perception. If I was only more perceptive, here we go. Where the hell is? There you go. Wow, I am blind.
In this room, there's a large sort of depression in the center that has like freshly tilled dirt on it that looks like someone has recently dug or buried something in the center of this room. You see what look like rattledrake eggs poised in the alcove corners of this room, but something about them looks a little bit off. As
Okay.
you step forward, your ankle encounters just the tiniest bit of resistance as you trip a monofilament line, and your brain has exactly the amount of time it processes, I wonder what that does, before arrows pierce your left and right sides from hidden shafts in the wall. You may make a dexterity save for half damage.
Oh!
You take 20 points of piercing damage as your body is riddled left and right from hidden arrow shafts.
Found a trap. Well, that was good.
Seems clear.
Yeah, I think it disarmed it.
Hoppy,
you know-
from the opening to the mouth of the cave where you are, you hear like the mechanical spring release. You hear, and then just like a soft, oh.
Found something.
As he tells Renan, I'm really good at disarming traps too.
Yeah. This guy, everybody, this guy.
All right. Out of combat, if anybody wants to respond or take actions, we can do this narratively.
I don't think
Uh,
that we're gonna mess with this guy, so I'm gonna start making my way back into the center room.
Yeah. I'll go up and take a look at that, the room that he's in, just to see what I
Okay.
see.
You're stepping
do
over
I-
a bunch of broken arrows at this point that all have like bloody tips. He's pulling the last one out of his ass when you show up.
I think there may be treasure here.
Looks like somebody needs to get digging. Yeah.
Hoppy, make a perception check.
Okay, and I'm gonna
Blue light
use
special.
the blue light special. Yeah. Perception.
Bless you, John.
Thank you. All right. The blue light special reveals not one but two more tripwires in this narrow open way between where you are and your objective. In this room, there are sort of leathery rattledrake eggs that you've seen before. They're a very common hazard in the open desert, in the wastes. This is the right season for them to be hatching young. Except all of these eggs are like the dried leftover husks. They're like the remaining shell of previously hatched rattledrakes. They've been positioned here to look like this is a hatchery or a rookery, but you suspect that's all part of a clever ruse to hide something.
Then I'm going to. Can I disable the traps, or do I need to just? Step
You
over
can
them,
attempt
or-
to, sure.
Oh no.
So
Or you
hate
can
those
call
words.
the rogue.
You can try. Yeah, you could call me.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step back into the hallway and then throw my Great Maul on top of the
Nice.
trap and set it off.
Okay.
Okay. That's a choice.
It creates a series of like gauntletty swatching scythe blades. That just
Hopefully Draco got out of the way and isn't just watching this happen.
and the third set activates a internal bellows that you can hear breathing that pump a combination of salt and acid into the air.
That sucks.
Both of these mechanisms, now that you've triggered, seem to continue.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Rogue.
Oh, now you call me. Well, now I can't. I'm not. You tripped it. Now you're just in the salt acid room.
No, I'm in the
I mean-
outside the salt acid room.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. Whatever's in there, I don't need. I'm not interested in this. I am seriously just trying to save Oni, which no one seems to give a shit about. Do you think there's treasure in there? Let's go.
Yeah,
I do
don't-
like treasure.
There is clearly treasure.
It's not my turn, is it?
It can be.
Yeah, we're not doing initiate.
I imagine I'll
Initiation.
arrive around the time that Hoppy is calling for Renan, and I'll be like, all right, let's go.
That's as close as I can get, but I'll just double move.
No, you get there.
We're not in
Renan, no
combat.
problem. These are primitive traps, right? These are not sophisticated mechanisms. You've
Mhm.
seen and
Mhm.
crafted far better, even at your young age. With great difficulty, you could potentially stop these mechanisms from continuing to operate. However, you also know that there's no such thing as a perpetual energy machine.
Mhm.
Eventually, whatever's providing the kinetic force for these blades, or whatever supplies the acid and the sand, or
Will
the salt, rather,
stop.
will run out.
Yeah.
So, like, the foil here is maybe just take 5, and it will eventually run out of mechanical tension and supplies for acid. And if we just chill for 5, that happens.
We're taking 5. I'm not gonna just mess with this crap.
Do you want to take a short rest, or are we? Or
That's just 5 minutes.
No, we'll just take 5. We don't need a whole short rest.
Okay. We
We're-
wait 5 minutes. The traps, as you promised, Renan, do just start to slow down, desync. The blades eventually harmlessly hang limply from the ceiling, and you can hear the empty bellows just poof, 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 just blowing harmless air now, until eventually whatever powers their mechanism also slows down until the room is silent. The sand is still covered in a layer of salt and acid. I wouldn't go barefoot into this area,
Uria.
but you should be fine.
So, Renan, I think there's some treasure in here. You want to, detect where it is with your detectability skills you got? Because,
can I
you're like a detective.
Can I sneak and look around?
Sure. If you want to make a stealth check, you can.
You're gonna
But
make
perception
me.
is the most important thing for me.
Did use perception.
Okay. Well, I do not have advantage on that.
We are all
so-
blinded here. It's a very dark room.
It was a very dark space. You're confident that you've eliminated, or all the traps have been eliminated, through intentional activation or unintentional activation. What remains is the large sort of depression where someone has dug a large hole but didn't have enough material to hide it well.
Mhm, mhm.
You think that rather than being experts, they just trapped the shit out of it and assumed no one would survive trying to find it.
They've
Otherwise,
never
the
met
cavern
Hoppy.
is featureless.
I'm gonna point to Hoppy and be like, "Dig. Use your horns and your hooves. Get it up. It's here."
Horns are not very good digging implements. I just
Yeah, I just wanted to see you
But I
stick
like
your
that you
head.
know that.
I just wanted to see you stick your head in the soil or sand.
I will dig like a bull with my
Hands and hooves.
Yeah.
Sort of dog paddling through the sand. It doesn't take long until your fingernails scratch against the wooden planks of an iron-bound treasure chest.
guys. I reached the bottom.
Excavating around it, you find a large iron-bound wooden footlocker. It has a simple padlock on it.
I know how to get through a simple padlock.
Throw your hammer at it.
Like to unlock it.
Thieves' tools check. Oh, and Zach lost power again.
Sucks for him.
It does. He's got like a lot of stuff that's powered by electricity, including an external wood shop at the house. I'm surprised he doesn't have a generator.
15 for the thieves' tools.
Yeah, it's a simple enough lock. You're easily able to pick it. Removing it, you can open it if you wish.
Uh,
Gonna have Hoppy do it.
yeah, Hoppy, open it on up.
Hoppy will do it.
Kicking it open, the chest is deeper into the sand than you realized, and it's full of thousands and thousands of coins. Some copper, some gold, some silver. Different ages, different qualities, different denominations. It is like a giant pocket of catch-all change.
My God, we're taking it! Is it cursed?
Probably. I think we
B.
should bring it back to that dude. The dude that we sold the Electrum to. We should see if he
Taking it.
Oh.
We're taking it.
It for the old stuff, like we could separate it out.
Yeah, for gold. Yep.
So we're gonna take the old coins.
Well, we're taking everything, and we can dig through it when we get to the ship, right? While we're traveling.
Mhm.
And we can separate out anything that isn't modern currency that we know its value, and send anything that isn't modern to our weird friend.
And I'm going to note that Hoppy would like to send the old shit to our weird friend.
That certainly won't be confusing ever, so good note.
Are we speeding back to the ship so you can tell us how much modern currency we've collected?
If you want to
John,
spend some
really-
time... Go ahead, Mark.
Really quick before we go back to the boat, I want to do loop with the blue light special, just to make sure we didn't miss anything hidden in both this room and the other room.
Sure. For brevity's sake, you scan and find no other... Like, there's no notations, no thieves can't hear at all, no marks of the syndicate, and you don't find any other tripwires, which, for Hoppy's 2 cents, leaves you pretty confident that you didn't miss anything here. If they booby-trapped everything they cared about, and there are no more booby-traps.
Then,
Spending a few minutes
Please.
counting it, Oni, from your just entirely amateur eye, having no training in this field, you don't see anything that looks antique-y. In fact, a lot of the money seems like recently handled. It's got sort of like that natural human oil patina to it. And there's a total of 2,700 gold worth of assorted coins.
Nice. Add that to our bank.
2,700?
Mm-hmm. We're
Mhm.
rich.
Damn.
Sword.
At the bottom of the drawer, there's a small leather-bound ledger.
What's in it? Does it say
Uh,
whose money this is and where it came from?
There are a couple of notations listing cities. Under the heading of Moot, there are 11 names of, in quotations, charities that have been listed, and donation amounts that were gathered on specific days.
Did we find the money from the fake team?
Oh,
It does not seem like that is an unreasonable leap in logic.
Nice.
Is one of the cities Moot?
Yes, he said that there was multiple entries under non-profits.
Well, somebody profited quite a bit.
Okay.
Wasn't it Renan who said she didn't want to come over here?
fuck what you're saying right now, because honestly, it's just money. It's not our money. So now we know we're giving the 2,700 to charities like
No,
we're
we're not.
supposed to.
No, we're not. We turned over all the other money. This is unknown money.
This
We
is
don't
time-
know that this is from that.
This
We
is
literally don't know if this is from It could be a protection racket from a
The
local
thief
mob.
is not going to be your moral compass. Take the shit. Let's get on the ship. I'm grabbing the guy. We're going. We're getting
We're-
out of here.
Say we're going again.
Let's go. Wrap it up. Y'all are wasting time.
We're going.
We could probably have someone study the ledger, but there's no way we're turning this money over. Finders
We're
keepers.
taking everything onto the ship, and we can fight about it on our barge, on our ship ride to the barge.
That all seems very fair to me because I don't want to get yelled at.
Can we take a 3-minute break? I'm gonna pee my pants. You're welcome. You're
Okay,
welcome. Spoon.
take a quick 3 to avoid potty pants.
Mhm.
And not dead. You know?
Okay.
It's going well for us.
Well, how much of that do I get? Because, I need some money.
It all went
Nobody
into
is
the brew
getting
pot.
anything right now because we have to decide what we're going to do.
Finders keepers. I found it.
You took a whole bunch of arrows in your body for your troubles.
Exactly. I need payment for that.
You already have enough weapons. Why does everybody want more things?
I don't have any weapons. I don't know what you're talking about. I got bow.
I'm talking to Hoppy.
Oh.
Everybody's like, I need more things to kill people with. I'm like, you already have things. You don't struggle to hit.
Just
Hoppy
use
has
your
had
thing.
the same sword we started, so
I
He
do
wants-
believe I used
but
some
you-
money to
didn't you
get some potions for y'all.
Fancy. You got the knuckles. And
Knocking.
a couple of items, right?
oh no, I've gotten a lot of interesting utility stuff, but I haven't really had anything that gave me extra, like, no fancy swords, no magic swords, no.
You just do 100 points of damage each time you swing.
I know.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
like, you do so
I
much
know.
damage.
Which is why I'm okay with all this. Jeez, guys, I'm joking. I'm also eating banana nut bread, so I was
Yum.
muted.
Jealous of that.
All right. We get back on the boat. We are. Oh, what is he doing to that? More like nut and banana bread.
Oh,
We're back on the river. You guys sail for a while, hoping to encounter the silvered barge that you've been looking for. The vacation home, the rental, if you will, the Verbo that Mother Marwa calls home. You search for the rest of most of today, and it's not till sunset that you think you may have found your vessel.
Are we counting that a short rest?
There would have been plenty of time on the boat to take a short rest, yes.
cool. So everybody, yes, good job. Good job.
Alright, if we're all healed up, short rested, you approach a barge matching the description. I could not for the life of me find one that was actually silver in color, as per Egyptian mythology, but this is a really cool looking sailing barge, so use your imagination a bit. You approach this one. It has oars in the water, but no oarsmen that you can see. How would you like to make the approach?
Sneakily.
No, don't we want to get her attention?
I mean,
can
it's
throw
Don't we
one.
want to?
one ship
Yes,
going
we
right
need
up
her
next
help.
to another ship, so.
I don't know, Chewie. Sail casual.
That was awesome.
Do we see anybody on the deck?
No, like conspicuously, there's no one at the oar and no one on deck.
Okay, just a reminder that Amon heard about the House of the Midnight Sun, and those have necromancers on there, and that could be this could be them. I'm just throwing it out there.
This is the silver barge that we've been looking for.
I understand. I'm simply telling you, I'm reminding you of things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Onward!
I guess I'll just holler out, "Ahoy there!" and see if we get any response.
Ahoy hoy!
The rear exit from this, like sort of covered cabin opens, and a tall, well-muscled, shirtless man emerges in a waft of smoke, like someone's been hotboxing a brazier in there.
Nice.
Ganja time.
And despite there being no sun, like puts his hand against his brow to scan the horizon, and just holds out one firm hand, to wave at you to acknowledge.
We seek an audience with one named Mother Marwa. Is she on your vessel?
He disappears back inside the room, closing the door, and there's an uncomfortable amount of time that passes. Like,
I guess that's a
you
no.
tell whether he's gone to get her, or he's just high as a kite, or maybe he doesn't know who that is, until he emerges again. In the same fashion as the door opens, there's just this waft of sort of almost ethereal smoke. It seems almost otherworldly, and gives you this motion,
All right.
but says nothing.
I'm gonna look at Renan and the rest of the group and find my way over to their ship.
I'm going with her.
I think we all
And
are.
I'm grabbing some gold. Oh, it's in my handbag of holding. Never mind. It's always on me.
Never leave home without it.
Do.
You bring the ships close enough together. He helps you tie like a mooring line so that both boats are bound together as they just glide down the river. They'll be attached, so jumping between one ship and the other is as simple as a step. No words are said. He doesn't speak or prefers not to, but opens the door to the rear of the cabin, and there's just a thick sort of clinging smoke that hangs in the top third of this bunkhouse. Because of the setting sun and the smoke, it's hard to see inside, but he gestures you in.
Is it what we think it is, the smell?
It's an assortment of burnt herbs.
Okay.
You don't get the impression that it's intended for psychedelic purposes so much as perhaps a ceremonial purpose.
Okay.
Those not accustomed to it, though, it is not quite hacking, but there's an acrid quality to it for sure. That you ever done like a midnight mass service where someone just gets a little too carried away with the censure? It's that same kind of like, okay, bud, seriously, enough is enough.
More haze, I say.
It's to the point where the smoke is becoming a tangible thing you can feel on your skin.
Gotcha.
Hello, Mother Marwa.
John, real quick.
Go ahead. Sure.
Hi, buddy.
Just because I have experience with different the burning of different plants, let's say, well, in my time in the desert.
Sure.
Is there? I just want to. If there's any chance for something weird to be in the air that would mess with us, I want to see if I can pick it out in my smell.
A fair precaution. You can use perception. Make a perception roll to smell for anything that's potentially hazardous. There are, there's the essence of myrrh, some dried floral elements, but you don't get anything that is like an immediate red flag to you. You also know that in your training there are things that are tasteless, odorless, and dissolve instantly in water. There'd be no way to detect that, obviously, but there's no immediate red flags to you like, oh my god, that's Stygian lotus for sure.
Iocane. I bet my life on it. Okay, cool.
The shirtless man, the silent giant, continues to ask each of you to in turn step inside. Says nothing, acknowledges each of you with a gentle nod of his head, but is insistent that everyone enter the cabin.
So we enter, or I enter.
Yep.
If they want me in there, I'll go.
Once everyone is inside, he stays outside, closes the door, and you can hear a bolt latch closed, locking you in this room.
Nice.
as you sort of maneuver in to fill in the space a little bit, you can see an attendant approaching you with a tray in hand, who looks exactly like the man you just saw outside. Similarly well-muscled, similarly shirtless, long dark hair, and he silently offers you each a drink from a small, like, shot glass-sized water vessel.
I'm not gonna drink that until someone confirms that this is Mother Marwa's vessel.
Oh, thanks. I already had weird mystery drink just a few minutes ago.
Okay, when in doubt, chug it down. I throw it back.
No, we say, Mother Marwa, we seek an audience with you, and we're happy to partake in whatever you would like us to partake in, but please reveal yourself to us. Breath. Don't hit me.
Breath. Don't hit me in the face. Good advice. Rico just drinks it in its entirety. It is surprisingly cold, refreshing water. It's not river water. Like this, something about it tastes
Purified.
pure. Yeah, it's very refreshing.
If you guys aren't going to drink yours, I'll drink it. This is wow.
After offering each person a glass, this doppelganger of the man that locked the rear cabin motions to, like, two sides of the boats that have these reeded bench seats, and just motions for you to take a seat, and drops the tray on the floor and stands next to the end of the reeded bench seats with his arms crossed.
I did.
I will take a seat.
Are oars going to appear as we sit down?
Did we just become slaves?
At least one of you.
Have a seat.
A deliberate amount of time is passing. Like you are being left on purpose alone, without the presence of anyone else who speaks, until eventually the man who offered you water and has been standing here with his arms crossed for 2 minutes claps his hands together once, and a curtain made of strung beads parts as a haggard, ancient crone of a woman makes her way down a small set of steps into this sunken galley of the ship. She asks why you have sought her out.
I'm going to, like, shift the neckline of my
Oh, I love her.
my thing and just say, Alea sent me. I understand you might be able to assist me with this.
She walks past the shirtless man and, like, just pats each of his pectoral muscles with her left hand
I love her.
and makes her way to your arm and just runs the back of her hand across the wound. And Alea sent you to me. How is she?
She's dead.
Been better.
Well,
But
bad news.
We still see her on the elemental plane.
Oh, that is very good for you. How did this come to be? She just taps at the wound, both, I think, checking to see if it's painful and to emphasize her question.
We encountered a beast of chaos, and when I felled it, I was imbued with its mark.
She says, girl, obviously it came from chaos. I need to know specifically which one.
Oh,
She
shit.
just became Creel.
What was the creature's
I was trying to
name?
find a way to do a non-racist accent.
What was its name, guys?
Well, I have no idea.
Hold on. Maybe
So if
it's
you-
on my mark of chaos.
give you-
thing? No.
A wisdom roll from Oni, because she almost certainly wouldn't have forgotten, but if you can't get there as a player. What if I told you his name was Blank the Devourer?
Ahmet.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm it.
You are it. She shakes her head positively. Good. He's a tough one.
He was threatening a whole region of people, and I didn't have a choice.
The creatures of chaos threatened the whole of the world. Have you brought me my payment?
I don't know what your payment is.
You would have known through dealing with Alea and through your other interactions with Shaman, who you now accurately peg her as. When dealing with the spirit world, there's almost always an in-kind cost that must be paid for that kind of spiritual magic.
And there goes all that money we just found.
Well, no, it's almost never anything material. It's almost always something ethereal. She leans in, only speaking to Oni quietly enough that none else can hear her. Would you like me to do that chat privately, Oni, or are you comfortable?
No, you can do it here.
She
I wouldn't keep secrets from these guys.
She leans in and whispers that she's traveled this river for many years, longer than she cares to remember. Do you wonder not how I have not yet succumbed to old age, haggard as I may appear before you now?
Let me guess, you want some of my life essence.
I don't have to take it from you. I could take it from the large, healthy one over there. Perhaps the small, fiery one? I assume that's why you bought as currency.
I will
You could
sacrifice
probably give it.
myself at every opportunity to
Oh,
save my family.
wait.
What?
We got somebody.
Yeah, we got the guy we captured. Problem solved.
Is your intention to kill me? Or to kill the person? Or do you just need to siphon some of their essence?
She said it's been a while since she's had the opportunity to offer such a bargain. She would take enough to be satiated. I need not kill him, however.
Give him the iron flame, the silver flame, dude.
I'm kind of okay with that. I'm going to let the group know, because I didn't know what the payment was, that I can sacrifice some of my life essence, or we can let her have the man we collected. The silver flame acolyte.
I mean, he gave his life up anyway.
The acolyte says, if I get a vote, I vote not me.
Gladly, I would gladly give up part of my life for Oni. Can I not
give someone else's?
Can I not volunteer as tribute?
I suppose we could also, like we each gave 1 hit point, we could do.
We seriously got a dude we could sacrifice for you.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
As the overprotective big brother, I'm just gonna say there's no way.
Okay.
They're taking life from any of our family.
We're sacrificing the acolyte. He's our payment.
We're not sacrificing it. She said she'd only take what she needs.
I mean,
but
he's barely alive.
He's pretty damaged,
barely
and we
alive.
don't know how much she needs.
And
So
like,
we
you
could
guys
be,
are
let's-
definitely killing him.
Let's
He
make
could've got a long
peace
rest
with
in
that.
there, too. He could have.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go grab him.
Fucking
I'm gonna grab him off the boat, bring him in,
Door's locked.
just kind of set him before Lady Mother Marwa and say, "Take what
Alright.
you need."
The door's locked.
I assumed that we gave him some like first aid or something, because
Done.
You assume wrong. You assume wrong. Nobody gave him anything.
Yep. He was just hanging there at 1 hit point.
You present him to her, and she gently touches him on the shoulder, and he immediately falls to his knees. She runs the back of her hand across the side of his cheek, turning his head ever so slightly, like unconsciously he's exposing his neck to her. And she leans in gently. It looks to you externally like a soft kiss. She gently kisses the nape of his neck, You externally see him at first struggle against it, and then just kind of writhe. You can't tell whether it's ecstasy or pain. You watch as the skin of his body begins to like grow tight across the bones. The muscle tissue in his body is immediately evaporated. He develops liver spots, and long strings of gray hair develop underneath his cowl and start to fall out in thick patches.
Hey, Rena, that could be you.
A moment later, she stops this kiss and stands up before you, looking like an entirely different woman. The haggard old
Hey.
silver man collapses, barely breathing, and she just looks at you, wipes her lower lip, says, "I could have taken more, if not the promise to not kill him."
We'll leave him with you if you are successful.
He just looks at you from the ground, just panicked. His eyes are begging for help,
That's what he
Yeah.
gets for
Send him to
choosing
the
the silver
grotto.
flame.
but he seems to not have the strength to even speak at this moment.
He paid his penance for being with the Silver Flame. He goes to the grotto
Okay.
where he can live out his life petting my Menasher.
All right. That sounds fine.
I will have a dog in my Menasher.
Hang in the grotto. I feel like you guys are so extremes. It's like here we'll sacrifice you, but also now you can live under our protection for the rest of your life.
Well, it's only going to be like 5 years. It'll be fine.
As you help him up off the ground, his arm breaks under the pressure of his own body.
Wouldn't
You
he
were
rather
not
just
ginger
be
with him.
dead?
He certainly looks like this is the body of an octogenarian now. You know, he's liver spotted and sunken, and his bones are hollow and
Understands.
brittle. His clothes now ill fit.
Just put him on the reed bench and let's get back to it.
He's just a pod person and he's gonna die forever.
That's not untrue. The renewed Mother Marwa says that you were wise to come to me. In very short order, she points at him. This could have been you,
Ugh.
but I will fix it now.
Thank you.
She says something in a language you don't speak, and the silent, well-muscled man leaves the room, and you can feel the vessel start to move much faster than it has before. You can hear the splashing of oars in the water. She tells you that we're going to take the vessel to the Narrows, where the river is less deep and less vast. For what we are about to do will upset all of the natural world. There may be a price to pay. She looks at each of you that is not Oni and says, "You must stand guard and protect your friend whilst I work my magics."
Gotcha.
She makes eye contact with each of you, this time including Oni, and says that this ritual is costly and dangerous, and once I start, I cannot stop. Is this understood?
What's this going to entail?
Understood.
Yes, we understand. We're gonna do it. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do it. It doesn't matter.
I don't think
We're not gonna-
Alea
we should
would-
still know what's going to happen,
I
though.
don't-
It doesn't matter. We already paid the price.
No, we haven't. She said there's going to be more to pay.
I don't think Alea
Not from
would have
us.
recommended that this be the action that we take if it wasn't the only and or necessary action.
If it really was her.
Ooh.
That's fair.
So we're moving to the bank so that she can start her shit, right?
She has Oni lay around the floor, and she begins drawing an outline with salt around your body. sort of creating a perimeter, and then stakes, little reeds of burning incense along the perimeter as well. Creates an assortment of jeweled stones that she places on your forehead, your throat, and your chest, and then creates a poultice of mashed herbs and reeds from the river that she places over where the initial injury was on your arm, and begins to chant in a language not familiar to you. As it happens, for a few moments, there's no activity, nothing changes, nothing unusual happens. The small, soft, orange, glowing braziers around the room that are emitting all of these beautiful scents and aromas begin to flicker blue, changing from orange fire to a soft, dull blue light, casting dark, otherworldly shadows along the cabin. And you can hear something begin to just smack against the bulkhead of the ship. The doors open, and the two you now see, identical twin, well-muscled men with long hair who don't speak, motion to Renan, to Draco, to Amon, and to Hoppy to come up on deck. You can see the river is alive with fish that are wildly thrashing about, smacking against the hull of the ship. Several of them have thrashed so hard they've killed themselves, banging against the boat.
Dang.
And you can see that some of them are carnivorous fish, and it creates a small feeding frenzy. There are like thick, viscous pools of blood now that are surrounding the ship. You can see from the bank large coiled snakes begin to enter the water and swim to surround the vessel. And they hand you these sharp pronged bidents, and he makes the motion of like, stab, yes?
Okay.
And shows you that they've got, boat hooks and bidents and spears, and they start stabbing whatever tries to climb up on deck.
Seafood it is. Here we go.
Can,
Stabby stab time.
Drew help out with this?
Can what?
Can I call Andy?
Sure. You look up and down the river as this event seems to be happening all around. You see one other smaller vessel where a crocodile has literally climbed up out of the river into their vessel, and they're trying to shoo it off without much success. You can hear in the distance the roar of lions and hyenas. You can hear hippopotami bellow their war call. The natural world itself seems incredibly upset by what's happening right now. Going to move us to a fun new place.
I look at Amon. That's your sister causing this.
Oh, I don't have characters here yet. Sorry, one moment. There are snakes, frogs, larger monitor-style lizards trying to climb up onto the ship now. They are easy enough to repel, but quickly you start to see that, like, this is relentless. These creatures seemingly have a vested interest in getting on board the ship and doing something, but they're not stopping. As this happens, you can see from the northern shore large alligators enter from the bank, or excuse me, they'd be crocodiles, and begin to make their way towards the ship. The two mute servants point them out specifically to you as they're busy dealing with snakes that are like wrapping themselves around the bow of the ship, as being something you're going to be responsible for taking care of. Let's roll initiative.
Wow, that's like one of the best ones I've done in a while.
Hoppy, you're the first to react. 3 average-sized crocodiles begin to swim towards the boat. They don't seem to acknowledge you guys on the bow of the ship at all, and instead just start ramming with their noses the side of the ship, trying to gain entrance right through the hull.
Cool.
Can did they give us? You said they gave us like spears or something to, or can I use my sword to hit them?
They are close enough now that you can stab them with a sword over the deck easy enough.
Okay. Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to click all the buttons and stabby stab.
Uh, 21 hits. I see 26 damage. As it rams into the boat, the whole thing jostles a little bit. You have just enough time to like anchor your arm onto the bow, and you just, with one deft stroke, sever the crocodile's head from its body. As
Damn.
it sort of drifts away, you see like this school of piranha start to just devour its body.
Damn.
You have another attack, but there's nothing in range.
We'll move.
Okay.
I will stabby stab again.
Oh, sorry, they look like the same roll. 19 hits and another lethal blow. Draco,
Solve
you
your
act
crocodile
next.
problem.
This one has stopped trying to ram and instead has gotten its upper jaw on the railing and the lower jaw like into the hull of the ship and is just trying to compress through the wood.
Yeah, I'll do something I haven't done before with you guys. I'm going to cast Animal Friendship.
Friendship.
I mean, it's not how I use, my druidishness.
It is not a wise crocodile.
No. Oh, yay.
After a while, this crocodile finds you charming.
Hey. So, let's see. After I can only do one spell at a time, huh?
That is true.
Okay, so right now we got Animal Friendship, so I tell everybody, okay, this one's on our side. Don't kill it.
I'll mark it with pink.
There you go. Pinky. That's perfect.
Renan, it's your turn. At the ass end of the ship, you can see a massive disturbance in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Like a huge thrashing of bubbles and just massive cavitations. But you don't yet see what's causing them.
Okay, I will head to the back and I will ready my short bow. And if I can see a creature, I shoot a creature.
Very fair.
Cool.
Amon, same thing. You see that Renan has rushed to the back of the ship. You also can hear and see the massive disturbance of fluid. You can hear the splashing and see the bubbles rising to the surface.
I'm going to use Summon Beast.
Okay.
What?
And I'm going to summon a hippopotamus. And just plop him in the water on the backside of the ship, where Renan and I will be waiting to, fight whatever comes. And I'm also going to ready my longbow to fire at anything that comes up out of the water.
You should be able to move it there. It's going to give you the generic character sheet on a shift double click. You'll have to do some of the mental math yourself. But you decide whether it's land, air, or water bestial speed.
Yeah. I assume
Looking at
hippo's
this-
water. But
Air,
Sure.
clearly air. A flying hippo. Whee.
Hippogriff.
Huh.
oh, bestial spirit. There we go. Sweet.
At an 11, rather appropriately, the cavitations in the river were caused by two enormous and enraged hippopotami. They burst forth from the water and just start chewing on the vessel, trying to sunder it completely. Renan, you have a delayed action to if you see a creature shoot a creature.
I will shoot that one. Can you see my?
The blue one.
Oh,
Whoa, ho, ho.
that felt good.
Nice.
Oh,
that
that's a
felt
short
good.
sword.
Oh shit!
Keep the critical, and I think the roll was going to be the same, right?
Yeah,
It's the same
Except-
bonus.
yeah.
5 points of piercing damage, and let's roll on the critical.
Don't like a 25.
Oh, dear.
Oh, am I losing connection to the game? I don't see a D100 roll.
It's a 25.
25.
Right
It's
above
in
the short
between
bow.
my two rolls.
I really. Oh no, I see it now. It was just a colored box for a moment. Critical hit 25 says you recognize patterns in your opponent's fighting technique. You gain a +2 to your armor class and advantage on all saving throws from effects originating from that target until the end of your next turn.
That's right. +2 to armor class. Till the end of my next turn. And some other shit, but that was really the cool thing.
Amon, having seen you sort of cast this, in their estimation, lesser version of themselves, this hippopotamus is enraged at your audacity and thrusts itself out of the water and tries to take a bite at you. Oh, it does not well. I will roll on the table of suckage. I get disadvantage on the next attack roll against any target.
Oh, nice.
That is
Since he's put me in melee, does that mean since I already used my delayed action to use my longbow, but now I'm in melee, does that mean I have to use that at disadvantage?
I will, in this circumstance, at least allow you to drop the bow and draw your sword and make an attack if you want to.
Okay.
I think, like, at a very strict table, they would say that, you know, you'd have to use whatever if-then conditional
Yeah.
statement you originally made, but this seems very fair and reasonable to me. 13 points. Cutting through its thick rubbery hide is gratifying, given that the last couple of things have just been silvered skeletons. It's nice to fight something that's just meat and bone and hate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry,
after I
Oni.
take my action, my bestial spirit gets to take his action.
Mhm.
I've never used a block like this before.
It can be a little intimidating. If you click on Maul under the multi-attack section, so it's only going to make one attack presently, but if you just click on the word Maul on the right-hand side of that stat block
yeah.
under actions, it'll make the attack for you.
Ooh, 17.
17 hits blue, and it does 10 plus the spell's level, which is at this point 2, right? So 12 damage.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice, and it's a little hippo on hippo action. Straight up moto
Bow
moto.
wow.
I like 'em big.
I like chunky.
All right. At initiative 0.
Now my
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say now my corporeal spirit is named Moto Moto.
Nice. Oni, inside at initiative 0, you can hear the sounds of pitched battle. You can hear your friends fighting something. You immediately, your hand goes to your scabbard to draw your blade, and you sit upright. But Mother Mawa just kind of like bonks your head gently, forcing you back, and she just says, "This is not your fight. Pay attention, girl." Either a result of your little head boop, or perhaps all the stuff that you're breathing in from this brazier that's burning now with blue fire, you feel a little lightheaded. Oni, I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, nice. You're with it. There's
You
fight
are-
outside.
in this moment of like true chaos, it's hard to center yourself and focus on the task at hand when that task at hand is not fighting. I'm going to ask you to be fluid and role play-y with me for just a moment. I would like you to think of a moment in Oni's life where she achieved some measure of unanticipated success, a moment of great triumph where she really impressed herself or impressed a mentor or a tutor, especially if that moment was kind of not necessarily given, where success was not understood to be the outcome for sure. And if you are comfortable with it, you can narrate that for the group as just a moment that you're experiencing here, a vision that you are having.
It's going to be the battle royale that awarded me the periaptive wound closure. That was my first big win,
Okay.
and I came in first place.
So descriptive. It's like I'm there.
I don't know
Was
how
it against?
descriptive you want me to get. I don't.
Was it a bestiarii against animals, or was it like against another single opponent? Was it a battle royale where it was just
It was a battle
a mosh
royale,
pit of
so it
40
was just
people?
a whole bunch of fighters. And it was the first time I had been in anything that big. And so I was probably much smaller and much less skilled than I am now. And I was definitely like the dark horse. I was not. No one was betting on me except for Alea.
Nice. All of Oni's allies that are not Oni herself take a moment in the din of combat in the midst of all of this. You can hear her voice cry out for a moment. It's not pain so much as it is maybe distress or uncertainty, but you hear her voice cry out, and for a brief moment you realize there's nothing to worry about because she's always been so strong. She's the champion you can all rely on. And in that moment you find that thought heartening. Each of you will gain advantage on the next attack roll that you make.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hoppy, it's your turn.
I don't suppose I can be friends with one of these hippos.
You can certainly try.
Would you like to be my friend, Blue?
In his mouth. Woo!
You're my boy, Blue.
Because if not, I'll hit him with my hitting stick. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack Blue.
Advantage for free on the first one. 20 hits, and 20 also hits for all of the damage.
All of it.
45.
46.
Oh, that takes it to exactly 0 then. Thought we did a Lee.
I would happily take that, Lee, actually.
Yeah, you walk up and just cut this hippo, bifurcating it in half. There's now a left half and a right half of a hippo. Exposed ribs sort of just slowly sinking in as the piranha just feast on it, creating this thick sheen of bright red blood on the surface of the river.
If we can get ribs off of the next one,
God.
Andrew Chow.
Andy likes Ippo ribs.
don't think there's gonna be anything left. All the piranha.
Draco, it's your turn.
Okay. So for this one, I am going to do. Where is that? Where is that? There it is. I'm going to attempt a beast bond. This nice little guy here, so that way I can send him to battle.
Yes, we do. There's 2 jars of it. Bro, look. Probably behind the cereal.
There.
Bro.
It's on the list too.
Bro, there was 2 jars.
Bro.
Almost bad as
Have-
silver.
Have kids, they said.
So is he going to try the DC 16 or no? Or you can-
Why do I have to roll?
Okay. I didn't know if you needed to or whatnot. So then I beast bonded with him then?
Yeah, he's already charmed by you, and his intelligence is lower than 4. I don't understand why there's a spell DC associated with that.
Okay. So then I shall send him. Well, it looks like they got that beast. So I'll have him patrol the front area, looking for something else that's attacking, and have him basically get in the way of it. And then my bonus action, I'll cast Fire Guy. That way I have him as a backup. And that's my move.
While you're beast bonded, you have learned that he was
Logan, you
in the
don't need to
middle of
use
a
the-
romantic triangle with the other 2 crocodiles, and that
there's an
in his
opinion
friend
in the
circle they
fridge.
call him Quackers
Have
because
that
he likes to eat ducks.
already?
I like it. Quackers, it is.
Ollie want a quacker?
It is Renan's turn. We've got a dead blue hippo, a wounded red hippo, and Quackers on patrol.
I am going to shoot the other hippo,
Quackers.
and I didn't move. So, I got advantage anyways on this turn.
That is 3. That's
6.
it.
Oh,
There we go.
I need my fire dude when you get a chance.
You get
I
sneak
don't mind doing it, but for the record, I think you should be able to drag him out. Can you
Oh,
try
okay.
for me just so I know whether or not
Yeah.
that functionality is right?
I will. Come on. What, shift drag?
Oh no,
Huh?
no, just like click on the name Wildfire Guy, hold it, and drag him onto the battle map, and then release the hold.
Hey, it worked. I did not know that. Now that I know that, that is a cool little feature. And I have him flying in the air above the ship, so that way he can keep an eye on everything.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I updated his default token.
It's perfect. I like him like that.
And Renan, did you want to take any movement, or are you? Because you didn't need it for steady aim. If you want to move, you can.
Yeah. Since I didn't need it, I'll just move back to the middle.
Okay.
Done.
I think Mark asked the question about sneak attack. If you were shooting red, Amon is in melee with it. If you wanted to add sneak attack damage to that roll, it was an eligible target.
I will.
11 extra points.
Nice.
Amon's got it, just drawn tight against the the stern of the ship, exposing all of its delicate, sensitive parts, and you put an arrow right in it.
Delicate, sensitive parts.
Yeah, I don't want to say ribs again because you said you were done with ribs, but
The silver shoe's over with.
piercing its rib cage, entering its lung. Amon, it's your turn. You're
All right.
wrestling a hippo.
I'm wrestling a hippo. I'm going to hit him with Hunter's Mark. And a little bit of long sword action.
That's a hit.
And then my beast over here is going to attack. And he gets pack tactics, so he has advantage if
Yep.
someone else is engaged. Should I roll that twice?
So if you want to, the 17 hits, but if you want to check and make sure you wouldn't have been entitled to a critical hit.
Okay.
12 damage from the spirit beast. That is Moto. Takes this hippo nearly to death. He takes a big bite out of its haunches. It's got exposed bone and musculature bleeding in the water, and there are tons of piranha like jumping out to grab onto the exposed bleeding flesh. It's a bloodbath. On its turn, it will. Oh, it's below 50% now, so it kind of frenzies, and will make an advantaged bite against Amon. I think a 13 still misses.
Yeah.
It does. Even angry, it can't get nowhere. Oni, your the ritual continues. You find yourself deep in a trance. You're trying really hard to focus on the moment. You can feel Mother Marwa's presence. Even with your eyes closed, you can see her as sort of like a silhouette of almost lavender color through your closed eyes. And I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's good there.
That one is not great. If you would not mind, can you conceive of a moment where Oni did not succeed, where she failed an important task or missed an opportunity or otherwise brought disgrace or embarrassment upon herself or her family?
Oh, how about when I fell face first onto that platform when I was trying to jump down into the hole?
Sure. Everybody remembers that pretty vividly. All of Oni's friends, you can hear her cry out in pain again as Mother Marwa's ritual takes place, and something about it makes each of you chuckle a little bit as you all simultaneously remember that moment that she made a similar sound jumping down a giant sandworm hole, almost to her death. You can hear, it's not funny, but at the time it was, even though the bones cracking were gross and you could hear her like knock the wind out of herself, it was just, in hindsight, knowing that she's fine, it was hysterical. However, awashed in that moment of uncertainty, you kind of go like, oh, I hope that doesn't go that way today, and doubt enters your mind. Everybody on deck that's associated with Oni as an ally will have disadvantage on their next attack.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Hoppy, it's your turn.
You're very crucial in this, Oni. Come on now. Get your shit together.
Does that mean I go back to normal?
It does.
Okay. Then I'm
Well,
not
as normal
going
as you ever
to
were.
Great Weapon Mastery. I'm just doing attacks with the Great Sword.
Okay. Vanilla attack. Oh, 12 misses.
That doesn't happen often.
Say
Should be
they
a
are.
13 and 14.
His AC is 16.
Okay. Not much I can do then.
Bummer.
Unless, do I get? I was reckless. Do I get advantage on the second attack? Or...
Oh yes, because it was only the next attack you made was at disadvantage, so you can roll one more time. 22 hits. I see 10 damage.
Sure.
And that is enough to kill him. That hippo slumps and falls back into the water.
No hippo ribs.
Hoppy, from the back of the boat, you notice that suddenly that huge swarm of feasting fish that have been eating the carcasses almost immediately disperse. They go left and right of the vessel and start swimming downstream immediately. You watch as several large anacondas leave the river and go up on land, and several of the carrion birds that have been circling overhead land in the trees on the bank of the river. Even the bugs along the bank have fallen completely silent.
That's not creepy.
Draco Quackers tells you that he needs to leave.
Why? What's going on? I'm trying to ask him.
The bond doesn't allow for, I don't think, literal communication so much as the conveyance of ideas.
Okay.
And the idea that he conveys to you is that of certain death.
Okay, I let him go.
Like as certain as you just like putting a knife through your own throat. Like what's coming is
Dead.
just guaranteed death.
Okay. I go and let him go.
He runs to the bank and just starts kind of paddling away.
And when I
You know that
lose sight of him, I
crocodiles
lose
run
a
as
spell.
fast as horses.
Yeah, they go fast. Like camels, at least.
Hoppy and Amon, approaching from the east side of the river that we're on, you see the water surface break with a row of armored scoots, almost 40 feet long. You can see a massive, massive crocodile begin swimming towards the sailing barge. This is apparently the alpha predator that everything was terrified of. Draco, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, wait. We are outside, aren't we? This is
We are.
good. It's been a while since I've been outside. So I haven't really had a chance to, call lightning. They're going to go level 4 lightning. Here we go.
Is it dexterity?
Yep. Got 16.
He takes 21 points of lightning damages.
And anything in the water probably feels a little zappity zap. I would imagine.
Like small little water bugs, you can hear them pop and explode.
Yes.
The one or two of the last little piranha that were hanging out and greedily feasting on that hippo also float to the surface dead. And you can smell burning meat from the hippo flesh.
And then Fire Dude, guess what he's going to do?
Flame seed.
Flame Seed!
13 unfortunately misses. He's half submerged, but it just kind of hits off of the armored scale that makes up his body and singes, but does no real damage.
Does the lightning do extra damage because you have Fire Guy up?
Oh.
Or is it only fire damage?
Let me check that. I believe it's any spell. Pulling it up. Enhanced Bond. Fire damage only. Okay. Good thinking though.
All right, Renan, you can see even from the center of the ship this large Iteru thresher making its way through the river. What action would you like to take?
HP, by the way.
We can't physically see it yet, though, right? Like it's just ripples in the water.
You can see like the top of it scoots, the small ribbed fins that make up a crocodilian's armored carapace.
Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna wait until I have a clear line of sight, and then I'm going to shoot it, which I feel like is gonna do nothing, but
Shoot her!
Okay, that was 21 points of damage right there.
Okay. Amon, you see Renan drawing a bead with her short bow but does not fire, carefully waiting for that perfect shot. What would you like to do?
I don't feel any need to wait. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark, and
We're at a disadvantage right now, or no?
Yeah, first attack is at disadvantage.
and
12
Nah.
misses. Your shot goes wide, just zipping right into the river. 25 hits, 12 points of piercing damage. You hit it just at the neck, where it has to be flexible enough for it to bend. It moans just gutturally.
and then I'm going to move my moto He's gonna maul.
Nice.
Ooh, crit.
Did we decide that minions roll on the table or not? I don't remember what a rule was. Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Meg says yes.
I say
so
yes.
I'm gonna...
We would have decided that because it's always fun to roll more dice.
And with my little guy, he misses every once in a
The,
while. So he
the rule
fails.
of roll.
Rule of cool for sure.
Nice.
I said the rule of roll.
Oh,
If there's
Yeah.
more dice to roll, you roll more dice.
Yes, I like this.
This is another one that we're gonna have to come up with a way to make this more fun. You got the one that lets you take the disarm action for free, but since it has no weapon, I don't want this to be like a nothing burger for you. So I'll give you two choices for the bestial spirit named Moto Moto. I'll let you make a second attack at disadvantage as this large thresher sort of just pushes past him trying to get to its target, leaving himself partially vulnerable, but it's going to be a difficult attack. Or Moto Moto, having had such a good bite as a hippo himself, will just sink his teeth into, hold on to this giant crocodile, and have his movement speed, meaning he won't be able to reach the barge next turn.
That's what I was thinking, actually, so I love that.
Perfect.
Option 2.
Moto Moto digs his teeth in deep and just goes like full drag mode. It is my turn. He'll move only to there. Unable to hoist himself up onto the deck or bite the ship proper. He will, however, make an attack against poor Moto. Moto, you brave, brave fool. Does a 15 hit?
Let's see.
It's 11 plus the spell level, maybe? So I think I definitely hit.
Yeah.
I do 20 points of piercing damage.
But that's all the hit points he has.
He's got 30, I think, in water and land form. I think it's only 20 if he's in the air, so I believe he's at 10.
I get to hit him since he came up.
Yes, that's fair. You can now clearly see him. He starts to rise up out of the water, trying to bite at it, and Motomo is holding him back, but yeah, he's definitely broken the surface.
Okay, and I didn't move. So I get normal, not disadvantage. And then my sneak attack because Hoppy's in.
Moto
Yeah?
He's in
Yeah,
melee with Moto Moto.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get advantage. Oh, that's too bad. The 12 is not going to be successful. That's
Damn
a
it.
boatload of damage, too.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I tried. It's not my turn, anyways.
It is now Hoppy's turn.
Do I need to do a wisdom saving roll?
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Oni, you feel like you're at a make or break moment of this ritual. You feel yourself equally close to a cure and to like the eternal afterlife of the field of reeds presents to you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Do you have an inspiration token?
I do not.
The ceremony has reached its apex. The wound on your arm has closed. All of the black tendrily stuff, the pus, has gone completely away. You open your eyes for the first time in the last 30 seconds or so, snapping back to reality. You can hear your friends and the huge commotion that's happening outside. Mother Marwa looks visibly shooken and like sweaty and tired, exhausted, having just placed her hand on your forehead. She sort of slumps over, not quite a collapse, but slumps over to the side. You feel vigor in life like you haven't felt before, like not since this brand of chaos has bitten into you. You feel more like yourself than you've ever felt before. You are free of its curse. However, there's still a small lingering mark on your shoulder that looks like that sort of starbursty chaos pattern. It's no longer spreading. It's no longer red. It's more just like a beauty mark now on your arm. Maybe a keeper, a reminder of what you've gone through. You can leave the cabin and take an action if you wish, or you can lay here a moment and continue resting.
Is Mother Marwa still channeling the spell, or is she done?
She seems done. You don't know yet whether she's just run out of juju or whether this is how all the rituals end. She's exhausted though, and she just shakes her head like, that's the best I can do.
All right, let's go fight an alligator. I feel like that's gonna bite me in the butt later because you said, "Oh, do you have an inspiration token?"
I don't want you to worry about that forever. It was mostly just about whether or not you'd have a permanent mark of chaos on you.
Oh, okay.
The negative effects of the curse have been lifted. You just will forever have that brand on your skin.
That's fine. I have that fancy glamour armor that can cover it up.
Sure.
And tattoos are fashionable. Otherwise, how would people know that I'm interesting?
Right, only interesting people have tattoos because tattoos tell the story.
Okay, I am
Wow,
going
I'm
to
very
attack.
uninteresting.
I'm gonna attack.
Please do.
20 hits. Yeah.
It does.
Attacking again. That definitely hits. And one more
It
time.
does definitely hit.
14 hit.
13 does not. Nope.
Okay.
Great. Before we start round 4, looking at the time, it is almost noon. Are you guys cool if we try to push through and finish this combat encounter? Do you want to pause here? Are we good to... I think we'll run probably 4 or 5 minutes over if we push through.
I say we push through.
Let's kill this thing.
Okay.
Michelle, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hoppy, it's your turn. Make mincemeat pie out of the gator, please.
Okay.
Just don't jump in the water. Warning.
Is that 18? Yes. That hits.
20 plus. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
I had to do the same thing with the plus a
41
minus
damage.
plus a bonus. It shouldn't make a difference, but somehow it did. Let's see.
That was 40 some odd
And-
damage.
Yeah,
No, it was entering each attack separately.
Oh, I see.
Its health bar now should accurately reflect both Poppy's attacks.
And I got nothing else. So unless I
Okay.
want to jump on its back.
Draco,
You're welcome to. I'm about to light them up, though. Just saying.
I'm on fire.
And am I still at a disadvantage?
Have you made an attack roll since Oni's negative vision?
Yes. This
Yes.
is the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, so put that back to normal. Actually, wait. Did it? I don't. Well, did
No,
she?
you
She didn't
just
say this
cast
time.
Call Lightning.
Yeah.
Calling Lightning again won't require an attack roll. So
Oh, okay.
unless you're going to use something with that has the next time you will do a dagger strike or a
Gotcha.
searing ray or something, anything that requires an attack roll will be a disadvantage, but that doesn't impact your spellcasting mostly.
Gotcha.
I can beat a 16. Come on now. I cannot.
Wow.
I take 11 points of lightning damage. And then fire guy.
You know, flame seed.
That does hit for 5.
Right in the eyeball. Nah.
Rude. Renan, your turn.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was seeing if I could do something. I cannot. I am going to Scorching Ray it. Or I'm gonna try.
See, one hit, one miss.
Yeah, no sneak attack. Sorry.
And a critical hit.
That feels cool. Damn, that's a lot of damage.
Your freaking
Third
sneaky,
level
snacky
spell.
attacks definitely add to it.
Unfortunately, sneak attack cannot be used with spell attacks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I said no sneak attack.
I was explaining it to Zach.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm like, sorry I
I
didn't
didn't
click
know.
it off till the last one.
Oh, that's not a failure. I was looking at the critical hit table and I was still on fails, and it seemed really bad for something that was cool. Oh no!
Can't go prone.
The light from the spell flashes directly into the target's eyes. It is blinded until the end of its next turn.
Yes.
It's the worst
Disadvantage,
crocodile fight ever. It's not going to get to do anything.
Yeah, it's
Got
such a
bit in the
big one
ass by a
too.
hippo, and then got gang raped by everybody. Amon, it's your turn.
Moto,
you
wants,
missed the one that
Moto
was
wants
on
to
a
take a
table.
bite out of that ass. All right. Going to longbow this boy. Ooh.
Oh,
Welcome to my life.
That sounds bad.
That's interesting. Your ammunition gets lodged in its quiver. You must use an action to organize your quiver before you can make another ranged attack.
Does that mean I can still use my melee?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So I can't pull my shit out of my quiver, but
I've got a sword still.
I got a sword.
That hits.
Swing
410.
from a rope or knock me or
If you got here at the edge of the ship,
Yeah.
All right.
And then my Mr. Moto Man will make his advantage attack. Aw. Little buddy.
He tried his best. He was probably the MVP though, because had he
His
gotten
teeth are stuck.
to strike into that bad boat, who knows?
His
All right.
teeth are still stuck inside the scales of the.
My monstrous crocodile, you are a huge disappointment. Rearing up, it's going to make 2 bite attacks, one against Hoppy, one against Amon. Hoppy first, and then Amon.
with that disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Ah, fuck you. So the first attack misses Hoppy, and the second attack misses Amon. You have been nothing but a disappointment, sir. Hoppy, it's your turn. Or actually, no, sorry, it's Oni's turn.
Oh.
She's on 0.
All right. We'll see if I can bring this home. 12
Not
doesn't
with
hit.
an 11. Actually, you have advantage against a blind opponent.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
then
no,
we'll
he's
count
not blind.
that.
Till the end of his turn. It doesn't matter. The 24 hits and kills him. Fucking alligator.
Look, we killed him before noon.
Yeah, you really did. Because he sucked. extremely disappointing. On paper, that was supposed to be a deadly encounter.
It was for him.
We might go long, guys.
Had he been
We might
able
go
to
long.
get any attacks off,
Anything.
yeah.
No, it was the critical hit from Motomoto, honestly, because if he moves at full speed, he was gonna hit the boat with his charge attack, which would have made all of you make dexterity saves to fall in the river, and from there it was just
Oh,
death rolling time with an unbeatable like 26 to hit fucking athletics check. It would have been glorious, but no, Motomoto just
Save the
slowed
day.
him down enough, and then you guys pin cushion the shit out of him. I hate it.
Okay.
All right. We can pick up here next week with any RP or follow-up questions you have for Mother Marwa about the removal of your curse. You also have a decrepit octogenarian, former servant of the Silver Flame, to deal with, and a decision to be made about the 2,700 gold value of miscellaneous coins you've acquired.
Rico will take care of that. Don't worry. He's got a grotto to furnish.
You want the free
I accidentally
sword.
dropped the ledger off the boat.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie.
All right. Is everybody good for next weekend?
See.
Yep.
I believe so.
I know as we get
I'll
close
let
to
you know.
Christmas, we're going to have some not great opportunities. I know we're going to have to punt a couple of weeks. I'm fine with that. My plan is to play the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th, and then I assume the 24th and the 31st are no-goes for everybody.
Yep.
Probably.
Cool. We'll take it one day at a time then, and I'll see you all December 3rd at 9 a.m.